episode 81 of 15K Plus Random Movie Reviews, the podcast where we take a random movie from Metacritic's all-time movie list. This is Colin.
This is Niall.
This is random movie 58 on Metacritic's all-time movie list. It is Spirited Away from 2002. Runs for 2 hours and 5 minutes, got a Metascore of 96 and a user score of 9.0, budget of 19.2, and took in a box office of 395.8. Big takings.
Not bad at all.
Yeah. You said at the last episode you love this movie.
Yeah, it's what I love about this movie isn't just that the artwork is sublimely beautiful, but it instills a wonder and a majesty and magic about stuff that's happening around you, and it's just a fairy tale,
right?
But what I like about Studio Ghibli, and specifically, I'm going to mispronounce this guy's name because there's no way I'm getting it right. Miyazaki. What he seems to do quite a lot in some of his work is he takes a traumatic time in a child's life and whisks them away into this sort of fairy tale world where the child has to overcome something as part of that, and because of that, they use this gained confidence to deal with the crap that they're dealing with in real life. And in this movie, it's because her selfish, idiotic parents are dragging her away from her old town and her friends to go live in a new house in a different city.
Right. Different town even.
Yeah.
Countryside.
So I like that he takes everyday crap that people have to go through and the trials and tribulations that children go through with their stupid parents and turns it on its face and makes it so that the child is the hero out of it, and her overcoming these difficulties is the arc. It's just fantastic.
Yeah. And I guess with that sort of method, he's hitting both adults audience and children audience. Adults can look at it and go, that's what it was like to be a kid.
Yeah.
And kids can go, that's what we're like.
Stupid parents.
Eating like pigs.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. Like Chihiro we start the movie, Chihiro is like really depressed on the move, and you can see like the animation is so intricate and detailed. You can see a box of Kit Kats in the back seat. Some random flavor, I'm guessing. But everything is just so detailed, and the animation is so intricate and exquisite, really. The animation
is beautiful. Like it's a character unto itself. The animation in all of his movies, in all of Ghibli's movies as well. It's just beautiful, and it almost doesn't really matter what the plot is. You just have to see the visuals and just be in the moment with it. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, and like they get how to represent Japan in animation and artwork. The artwork is just so Japanese. Even just the cars and the little vans that drive around Japan, it's everything's there, and they just know, and they just make the world really live from second one. Yeah.
And what I love is it almost gives a magic to the mundane.
Yeah.
That's what I find from it anyway. Well, I have never been to Japan much stuff.
Yeah.
But looking at it, even just driving through the boring streets, there's a certain magic to it.
Yeah.
There's the whole way through this. It feels that way, to me anyway.
Yeah, no, that's totally it. Yeah, you get a total vibe of Japan from it. But you can see as well when she's driving along that she gets a little glimpse of the stone idols and the guardian spirits.
Yeah.
And so you get sort of, you're going into this sort of realm of mysticism and otherworldly creatures, but in stone.
Yes.
Not real yet. So they come across a tunnel, and Dad wants to just walk through it like some stupid...
Yeah, and this is him after making stupid mistakes driving to get to their new house, and he keeps going, and the mum's saying, no, don't go that way, this looks wrong. He's like, no, I just accelerate in his Audi.
An Audi?
4 zeros and one behind the steering wheel.
Yeah.
How to get that in there?
Nicely done.
Yeah, and they get to this dead end. So there's a a tunnel at the end of it. And he says, "Oh, let's go in here." And Chihiro quite rightly says, "Maybe not.
No.
It's freaky.
Don't do it." Yeah. No, it's ridiculous the way he just goes in and goes, "Let's explore." No, let's go to your house.
The delivery guys are waiting for you.
Yeah, reverse out and get the hell out of there. But Chihiro is this timid girl who is being forced into this area, this region of her life, and she doesn't want to be there. So when they come towards this tunnel, she's like, "No, why should I explore something? I don't want to be into this region anyway."
Yeah. And listen, at this point, our parents are assholes. I think, it's as I said earlier, I think it's magnifying the perception at times in a kid's life that parents are assholes and being selfish and making them do things they don't want to do.
Yeah.
And the parents really are complete assholes, especially in a couple of minutes' time when they go through the tunnel and they get to this like an abandoned theme park.
Mm-hmm.
It's really freaky.
Yeah.
I'd be running away. But he's like, "Oh, look up here."
No, he follows his nose.
What's that smell? Yeah.
It's grub. It's food.
In an abandoned theme park.
Yeah.
Don't keep walking. That's bad.
But again, we see when they reach the other side, it's beautiful animation of green grass. There's stone idols on the grass at the theme park. Some wind blows and
the wave of the wind blowing over the grass is just beautifully animated.
Yeah. And of course, he follows his nose. Of course, Chihiro is like always lagging behind. She's going, "Mate, mate," which is the first phrase you learn in Japanese is "Chotto mate," wait a second. So mate is obviously shorthand for "wait for me."
See, I didn't get that because I was watching this with my two children. Obviously, they're not super quick at reading. So I got the English version of this. So it was "wait for me."
That's good.
So we got two different versions reviewed.
That's good. Yeah, it's good to. So how did you find the English voices then?
So I've watched this previously in Japanese. I've watched 2 or 3 times before, and once in English before and once in Japanese before.
Right. Yeah.
I think actually the English, the voice acting is spot on. It's really good, actually. It's really, really good. And then the faces of the characters, I'm not sure how Studio Ghibli have done this, but they've synchronized it perfectly. So there is no out of sync, or nothing that I noticed anyway. So I think it's a fantastic. I think perhaps they went out of their way to do it for multiple languages.
Yeah. I just noticed like the depth of animation is just so crazy. I remember sort of dad running around. For some reason, he runs towards the camera and the zip on his trousers becomes front and center, and it's just the zip dangling very quickly.
Yeah.
And he runs out of scene.
The attention to detail.
The attention to detail is amazing.
Stunning.
Yeah. So anyway, they find this food warming up in a stall, and Chihiro's going, "No, they'll be mad at us. Don't eat that." And they're going, that's...
Yeah, and the mum's like, "No, don't worry. We'll pay them later."
Yeah, chow down on this. And so Chihiro goes on a little walk, and she sees a big building in the
bathhouse.
Yeah, in the distance, and sees a train going underneath the bridge, going through water.
And apparently, for some reason, there's a sign saying "oil" in multiple locations.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if this is prominent.
That subtitle doesn't come up for me. I was thinking, wonder should these signs be subtitled?
But the oil keeps popping up as one of the most important prominent.
Okay.
I never got the relevance. I might be missing something. Probably should have Googled it, but it kept popping up. Oil.
It's interesting.
I don't get it.
She meets a boy on the bridge, Haku, and he's giving her a warning. Get the hell out of here.
You shouldn't be here.
You shouldn't be here.
This is a local bathhouse for local people. Yeah.
So he's like, if the lights come on, you're dead. You're going to be stuck here. So she runs back and...
Get across the bridge.
She's just comes up behind her parents, and her parents are like, obviously changed, but she doesn't really realize. And turns around and
pigs.
Just like, turns the face and...
disgustingly animated pigs chowing on food. Yeah. Great piece of work.
It's kind of like Watership Down animation.
Yeah.
The animals. So they're pigs.
They are.
she runs towards the bridge or the grass, but it's all water now.
Yeah.
With Haku, and all these spirits are coming across the water on a boat.
Yeah, riverboat turns up and disgorges a bunch of mostly semi-transparent spirits, and as they walk across the grass and onto the land, they become more and more corporeal, but less corporeal. Sorry.
Yeah. And the wide range of spirits are all based on real mythological Japanese spirits, and they're crazy looking. Yeah, they're great.
Gotta love the radish spirit, and I love the duck spirit.
Which one's the duck spirit?
There's a bunch of them in the background. Just huge ducks jumping up and down.
Right.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and they've got the frog helpers as well, and they're fun.
Yeah, I never really got there's a bunch of ladies in the bathhouse. What type of spirit are they?
I don't know. Like they've got little dots as well on their nose, like above their real nose dot.
Yeah.
Holes. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure they were something or somebody. Chihiro starts to fade, and Haku gives her something to eat. And
eat this or you'll fade away into nothing.
Yeah. She sees overhead this owl woman flying around.
An owl woman?
Owl. Yeah, an owl woman.
An owl woman. Ah, yes.
No, the animal owl.
Yes, we see her later on.
Yes. But, yeah, so it's basically then Taku's sort of leading her in, running through the big vats of food, through frozen fish, crazy huge fish food animations.
She's not supposed to be there because she's human.
She's human, and they can smell her.
Yeah, they certainly can.
So. Yeah, so he's put a little spell on her and said, "Listen, don't breathe going across the bridge."
Yeah,
it's the first time we see No Face.
It is. He spots her straight away.
Oh, he knows.
He knows. No Face knows.
Yeah.
No Face, don't do that.
Yeah, but then this funny frog jumps up, and Chihiro's like bursting with breath. She needs to breathe, and she
gulps, and then the frog's like, "Whoa,
human!" So Haku puts him in a bubble.
Yeah, shut up, in a bubble.
Human intruder.
Haku can move at this point.
Yes.
Super fast. Grabs Chihiro with him, sticks her in a shelf or not, like a cupboard, and squirrels her away.
Yes. He basically says, "Listen, you have to go and look for Kamaji for work, or Yubaba will track you down.
She'll track you down and turn you into a pig."
Yeah.
You don't want that.
Yeah. And they say something about "you told me long ago" or something. There's this sort of vague recollection between Chihiro and Haku. Chihiro is sort of feeling, "I know you somehow. I don't know why or
and
how."
Haku clearly knows her already. Otherwise, he wouldn't be bothered to do this. And this becomes more. Yeah, we find out why
later. Yeah. But so she basically has to make her way to Kamaji, and it's just going down the stairs on the outside. Her clothing is so intricately animated.
It is, isn't it?
It's amazing.
It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and like the animation, the feel of her running down the stairs, and the feel of present danger that she could just fall off the bloody side, because the feel of motion, the kinetic side of it, is so well animated. It's so believable. It's just great, especially when the step breaks.
Well, yeah, and then she just face plants into the wall. But anyway, she finds Kamaji.
Love Kamaji.
He's great.
How many arms does this guy have? A lot.
6, maybe.
Yes. 3 on each side. The Boiler Man.
He's the Boiler Man. He heats all the tubs upstairs for the spirits and monsters.
Bathhouse,
So he's constantly cranking a wheel, constantly getting these tokens to go, okay, let's reach over and get some more herbs.
He's already got staff, though, so he doesn't want any more help.
I love the soot.
Oh, the soot. What I love about the soot is the interaction between Chihiro and soot, where she helps one piece of soot who's got a too large piece of coal, smushes him. So she lifts it. It looks like it weighs a bloody ton.
Yeah,
chucks it into the boiler.
Yeah,
and then all the other soots are like, wait a second. They all drop pieces of gold up their heads, going, "Oh, you can do it for me too."
Yeah, such a strike.
Such strike. It was fantastic.
Yeah, but Comanche's
They
going, get back to work.
She started the first Sut union.
The Sut are in My Neighbor Totoro as well. When they go when they go into the house.
They're almost identical.
I love Sut. I want some fuzzy Sut toys. For sure.
They have great personality in this.
Yeah.
And they're loyal.
They are loyal and they're friendly pieces of Sut. So it becomes feeding time there, and Lynn comes along and feeds little stars to the Sut.
Yeah, it's never really explained. Don't think it needs to be.
No.
Have some stars, little fellas.
Yeah, remind me of the star candy, the sweets you used to get back in the day.
Marshmallowy stuff.
Yeah, like that sort of stuff. Like Lucky Charms or something.
Oh.
Yeah. But anyway, she basically has to ask for work, and Kamaji's going, I've got enough.
I've got no work for you. You go talk to Lynn here. She'll bring you up to
sign a contract with Yubaba.
Yeah.
Basically. And Kamaji's like, good luck, and he's very nice, and Lynn's going, say thank you. Lynn's a great character. I like Lynn.
She's brilliant in this, yeah.
She's friendly to her, even though she's human, even though
she's hard and human. Friendly at the same time.
Hard and friendly, but not crazy hard.
Yeah.
Hard for a reason. Anyway, going up the elevators is fun, and then your radish monster.
The radish spirit is fantastic. And he goes out of his way to help her as well.
True, actually.
Because she goes to the wrong floor, and he looks over, and he looks at her.
You can see the eye going just to the side, down.
And then he just presses it up again.
Yeah.
The floor he doesn't want to go to. Brings her up to the correct floor.
Yeah, he's a nice spirit.
Yeah. Never says anything. And he's huge and weird.
He is. He's like a sumo wrestler made of radishes.
Fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's great. And she's stuck into
Smushed
the elevator.
Against the wall,
yeah. Yeah. So she heads in to see. And they bow to each other then.
That's right. Yeah.
The radish man. She bows to him and he bows back. So it's a nice interaction. Heads in to see Yubaba.
Oh.
The bouncing heads.
Hoi.
They don't have a name.
Hoi. I love these guys.
Point. Yeah, I like them too. But we don't
Makes
know their
no
names.
sense.
No.
It's the hoi. I've got the hoi heads.
The hoi heads.
Hoi.
Yeah, so we go to see Yubaba. Yubaba is this massive headed woman.
A witch, I would assume, or some form of witch.
Yeah. They do a bit of a matrix here. She does a matrix on Chihiro. What Mr. Anderson do.
Yes.
What Agent Smith does to Mr. Anderson.
What's a phone call if you can't speak?
When you can't speak.
Yeah.
So she's talking away. He doesn't want her to speak because she
keeps asking for a job.
Yeah, I need a job. No.
Yeah, but Yubaba, unfortunately, had made a vow when she opened up the vat house that she would give anybody who asks a job. So she's contractually obliged. I'm not sure to what governance body she's contractually obliged to, but she is.
Yeah. Yeah, she says there's no place for humans and things like that. Spirits come here to chill, basically.
Yeah, I don't want to see more humans in this place.
No.
Where are we?
Don't know. Parents are pigs.
They are.
Yeah. You'll never see your world again. I think
that's right. And this is where she gets Chihiro to sign a document.
Yeah.
And then she lifts up most of her name, takes it in her fist, and just leaves Sen.
Sen, yeah.
Which is fantastic. So it means she has control over her because she owns her name. And Sen, who was once X, is now... she no longer has the ability to control her own destiny because of that fact.
Yeah. And we kind of hear a big baby. You big baby.
Oh, baby.
Baby. Yeah. So
yeah, it kicks foot through the door.
Yeah, exactly.
The baby knows how to smash it up.
Yeah. So Lynn takes Sen up to the sleeping quarters and they're like going, she stinks. And so Lynn is like going, she won't stink after 3 days of eating our food.
Yeah.
Which was interesting to hear. So she's going to be Lynn's assistant.
But she says she's really angry at the start when it's dropped on her. But then when everybody else is out of scene, she goes, "Oh, thank God you made it."
Yeah,
which is lovely.
She's a lovely character. She mentions you're so puny to Chihiro, and she is. Like they drew her legs are so thin.
Yeah,
it's so thin, which gives us the impression that she's a small
little kid who's never done a day's work in her life.
Yeah.
Which, compared to what she's expected of in this place. Yeah, fair enough. She hasn't.
Yeah. But she's I think she's purposefully drawn like that, so we sort of know that she's a small person in a crazy fantasy world, and it gives you more empathy to look at her.
Oh, absolutely. She's completely out of her depth.
Yeah.
It's not an easy situation.
No. So we find out that Haku is Yubaba's apprentice.
Yep, and he's a bit of a hitman, effectively.
He is, basically. Yeah, and we see a little clip of him upstairs, and big Yubaba and small Yubaba fly away. Like there's two owls.
I never got
No.
what the purpose of this miniature Yubaba was.
It was just there.
I like the transformation of the miniature Yubaba later on, but we'll talk about that when we get there.
Yeah. So she goes to see the.
She goes back to the
big
boiler
parents. Yeah, she goes back to the boiler room. The suit brings her shoes out.
It's beautiful. It's just like you straight away know which side the suit's on.
Yeah,
they're
very nice. Side. They're friendly. Yeah, so that's beautiful flower animation walking through the flowers, like it's 3D sort of coming through the flowers, going to look at her pig parents. Basically, Haku's taking her.
Yeah.
And he says something like, "Remember your real name, or you'll never leave."
Yes. Also, try to remember your parents' pigs, because if you get that wrong in the future, that's a problem.
Yeah. Yubaba, he just mentions Yubaba steals your name, so it's important to remember your real name. Gives her an onigiri, which is rice and lovely. But she cries a lot.
I would cry first time I'd eaten one of those.
And then she sees something in the sky later.
Yes, a
river guardian. Yeah. No Face follows her back across the bridge. He appears and follows her back across.
Stop it, No Face.
Yeah. So
she gets her first job now.
Yeah. No Face is in the garden though.
That's right. So she's cleaning the floor.
Yeah. She's cleaning away, and she's very slow.
Very slow, but she goes to empty the bucket out one of the slide doors.
Yeah.
And then No Face is, oh, do you want to come in?
Yeah, come on in. I'll leave the window open.
Yeah. And he's like,
Yeah.
Don't mind if I do.
So he heads on in.
Yeah. Mistakes were made.
Yeah. And so then Lynn and Sen are given the job to do the big tub tonight. And they're like going, it's frog work. I like that. I like the fact that frogs.
Is that racist to frogs?
No. Yeah.
Yeah. And they hadn't cleaned it in months. Yeah. And they just dumped a really crap job on the human.
And Yubaba's like going, something's coming.
Something's coming this way. Yeah, very foreboding.
Yeah. And we see the slime monster coming. He is a smelly mofo.
I think he's a stink spirit.
A stink spirit, that's the one. Yeah.
But he's not.
No. Again, this whole scene where the stink spirit comes in and Sen has to fill the bath and put the herbal stuff in it.
Yeah.
And No Face helps her because she goes to the foreman, and the foreman's going, "No, you're not getting anything." And
no, I don't give them nothing. I don't have to get anything to a human.
No Face comes along and goes,
yoink.
Yeah. And then later he just comes and drops 20 of them to her,
which saves her bacon.
Yeah.
Big time.
Because the stink face comes in and it's
plops down in a bash, and it's like there's no cleaning this thing.
No. Just head on in.
But with the bucket of bath tokens for the herbal remedies that's floating in the mud that's been left by the stink spirit, she just ramps them all up, sends them up to the boiler dude, Kamaji, who just offloads all the water in the world with all the herbal remedies.
Yeah.
It starts to work.
Yeah. But there's all this water animation and
beautiful
slime animation, and she's dragged into it, and
she finds something.
A stick or something, or something,
or a bicycle
handlebars, or something.
Handlebars. Yeah, she gets hold of this and she starts yunking at it. Then Yubaba cops that this isn't a stink spirit. No, this is something else. So she gets the entire gang together. She starts waving her arms back and forth with fans. Getting all the frogs, getting all the girls. Team spirit to get a rope tied around whatever is attached to this spirit that's in the tub. Start yanking away. And they start pulling out all manner of horrible gunk shopping trolleys,
Yeah.
traffic cones, a bicycle, until it's all removed. And what's left is something very similar to Haku, only with an old face.
Guardian of the River. Yeah, he's got a weird face.
Yeah. Not no face, but weird face.
Weird face.
So there's something very important about this, because this was actually based on, and I'm going to get his name wrong again, Miyazaki's memories as a child.
Oh.
Because when he was a young fellow, he was involved in cleaning up the local river. And he pulled a bicycle from the river with a rope.
As you do.
So this is written from memory.
That's cool.
That's
good
cool.
to know. Yeah. So yeah, then the Guardian of the River leaves her with something like a green ball, basically.
Doesn't look very appetizing.
Doesn't look appetizing, yeah. She heads upstairs, and I think Lynn is saying something like, Yubaba makes Haku do bad things or things like that. And
yeah, don't trust him.
Yeah.
That's what she says to him.
She's like, and then she's looking out onto the water, sees the train going over the water, takes a bite from the thing. It's like, fuck it, hell.
Not eating that crap.
No. But then we see downstairs, the frog is going.
Yeah, so the little frog that we met her on the bridge.
Yeah, funny frog.
Got stuck in a bubble. He's going down because before they dragged the spirit out, there was a lot of little pieces of gold flecks left about the place, which Yubaba scraped up and kept for herself because she's Yubaba and she wants all the money.
Yeah.
But Little Frog thinks, well, maybe if I come out with some tweezers, I might get a few quid.
Right.
This doesn't go well for him.
No face is there.
Yeah.
Gold.
So he's got his hands out and he's making gold.
Yeah, he makes gold
nuggets appear.
Yeah.
And Froggy likes this.
He does.
Froggy likes this a lot. He gets some of the gold. And then what happens?
Eats them.
Eats them.
Chomps them down.
Chomps them in one go.
In one go.
Yeah. Very unexpected.
No Face wants a bath, then he's calling everybody. He's like, hey. Now he can talk with the frog's voice, basically.
Yeah.
So he's getting everybody to down there. He's going nuts, basically.
And when the frogman, I think he's making the foreman.
Yeah.
He starts chatting. He's like, that voice sounds familiar. But before he can think too much about it, No Face produces some gold.
Yeah. So he's going nuts, and that's going to set the background for the next third of the movie.
He loses the run of himself.
Yeah. But what's No Face's motive? He's testing them. He's just being a jerk. But he's got something like he respects Sen because Sen is like, I don't want any
She was the first person to be nice to him.
True.
And I think prior to that, he wasn't even allowed in the bathhouse. No, he wasn't allowed in the bathhouse because, quite frankly, he doesn't know how to behave himself in the bathhouse.
No, well, yeah, he went nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't work well for him, so he's better off not in the bathhouse. But Sen let him in, and she was nice to him and respected him.
Yeah.
So he likes her for this.
Yeah, he's got something on Sen, and later on he offers her more gold, and she's like, I know, I don't want it, and that sort of
he loses the plot.
Sets him off.
Yeah. Starts chasing after her.
Yeah.
This is after he started eating some of the other staff.
Yeah, he chomps in the frog lady and frog woman. He cuffs them up later, but he doesn't cuff up the frog.
He does.
Oh, he does cuff up the frog?
Yeah, so when he's...
I didn't see her cuff up.
Well, we'll talk about it later, but when he's following them later on, remember she gets dropped off in a little boat?
Yes.
And along the tracks of the water, the rail tracks, he goes...
Oh, the frog goes in. Oh, right. Yeah. In the meantime, that happens a little bit, but in the meantime, Sen is upstairs and Haku is a dragon. He's being chased by thousands of paper birds.
Yeah.
And he's dead. He's like really injured and stuff.
Yeah, he's been ripped apart.
So he flies into Sen's room and she closes the windows, but a little paper person sticks to her back of her. So they try and, he goes then and flies up to Yubaba, and she heads up after him, climbing up.
Yeah, rather precarious path that she goes. So she runs across a little pipe that rips off the wall.
Yeah.
She jumps and manages to grab onto the ladder.
Yeah.
So she seems to have grabbed or managed to find some cojones in the last couple of days.
Her arc is developing.
Yes, so she's not so useless anymore. She's not so scared anymore.
I think maybe the stink spirit gave her a bit of, and everybody was cheering her on as well, so it gave her confidence. Yeah, so she heads up, and then this is when No Face is just basically everybody's feeding No Face, and No Face is throwing gold everywhere.
Yeah, the entire staff going, yay!
Yeah.
This one guy is amazing.
Yeah,
they're supposed to be closed during the day.
Yes,
but this guy is loaded.
Yeah, so give me some gold. So he offers all the gold to Sen, and she's like, "Oh nope." So then he eats a couple of people.
Yep, they had it coming.
Yeah. So she's hiding with the baby then, right, or in the pillows.
Yeah. So when she goes up to see Haku, she has to dodge because Yubaba just turns up and her little crow friend,
right,
little vial or whatever you want to call them. So she jumps into all these pillows.
Yeah. Well, she basically hears Yubaba going, "Get rid of Haku, he's no use anymore."
Yeah, he's going to bleed to death anyway, so I might as well just chuck him outside.
So she hides under pillows, and the big baby's there.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
You're a germ.
Yeah. So the baby's like going to Sen, well, play with me or I'll just cry and blah, blah, blah. So she runs away.
Break your arm.
Yeah, I'll break her arm too.
Harsh.
Very harsh.
That is a bad baby.
Yeah. So then it's a very fantastical scenario because everything happens in a short time here.
Yeah, a lot happens in 5 minutes.
So the paper thing goes off of Sen. She's kneeling down with Haku, the guardian spirit. Now he's not a boy anymore, obviously.
He's a big ass dragon.
Yeah. So the baby comes in. We've got the little frigging owl person and the 3 heads.
Oip.
The Oip boys. So the little paper thing turns into the sister of Yubaba. Zeniba. And so she just goes nuts and then just...
she's going to mess stuff up, she decided. So she's like, oh, what can I do in here to mess with my sister?
So she turns the Oip boys into a baby. She turns the baby into a little hippo.
Mouse.
Baby
mouse. Hippo baby mouse.
Hippo baby mouse. It turns the little Yubaba bird into a little really buzzy bird. A fly type thing. Looks like a soot monster with wings. Yeah.
Substantially cuter than the previous incarnation.
Yeah. So we kind of figure out then that Haku has stolen a spell from the sisters and Zeniba and
a little gold talisman.
Yeah, a little gold talisman. And then they just suddenly fall down into the... they sort of strike at the Zeniba thing and she just disappears because she's not really
Haku wakes up and goes, chop.
Yeah.
Chops her in half, paper cut.
Yeah. And then they fall down into Kamaji.
Yes.
She gives Haku some green shit, and then he coughs up.
So the green shit was a chunk of gunk that the
stink spirit
/ river spirit had left her.
Yeah.
So she chops it in half, gives it to Haku, and they put him under blankets, and he'd be grand.
Yeah.
Be grand in the morning.
Yeah. Take one of these,
see me in the morning,
and see you later. Yeah. So then they realize or Sen realizes then that she needs to go to see Zeniba, right?
Yeah. But meanwhile, our good friend No Face has been running riot downstairs. So before she can go, Lynn says, listen, Yubaba needs you to come down and deal with No Face. He's looking for you. It's getting messy. He's smashing the place up. So she does. Fair enough. She's a nice person.
Yeah.
She goes down and tries to help No Face. But No Face wants her to take gold. And she's like, No, I don't want that.
Yeah.
So they kind of have an argument, and No Face, he loses it with her and he decides he's going to try and eat her, I think, maybe?
Something about that, yeah.
So she legs it, because she obviously doesn't want to get eaten, because that's, who'd want that?
Yeah, but she forces him to eat green shit. That's why he vomits up everything, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and also before she left, Yubaba's mad at Sen because she knows she left No Face in.
Yes.
As well. But anyway, yeah, so the important thing is that Sen feeds this green shit. I don't know how she does it, actually. I can't remember.
I'm trying to remember that myself. I haven't written down how she got it in there. Did she throw it in?
Maybe. Don't remember.
But it's effective.
He's basically just throwing up everything then because he's, I don't know.
He's
gone mutant.
He pukes on Yubaba, who tries to shoot him with a lightning bolt or something.
Oh, yeah.
And she just gets absolutely covered in No Face puke.
Yeah. So Lynn's on a little tub boat, and
I love this. It's kind of like a laundry basket on with an
it's a very
thing.
old boat. Yeah,
she slowly gets her towards the train track, which is covered in rainwater.
Yeah, it's beautiful. The water is so well animated.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
And again, the train journey is lovely because the scenery goes by and
No Face sits beside
her. Yeah. +1 to the ticket officer.
No, it was plus
4.
Yeah, it was plus baby, fly, monster thing, and No Face and herself.
That's 4 tickets.
It was very lucky that Kamaji had given her 4 tickets.
True.
It's almost like he knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, it's like she's at the door of the train, and then how many do you want? And then she turns around and No Face is there. Yeah. So.
And the animation, like there's a good few minutes here where it's just a train ride.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And it wears on, and there's something starting to set, and she's going through different locales. It's all rain covered for the most part, and it's just absolutely delightful.
It's lovely.
And there's spirits on the train with her, and they're coming off the train
after a busy day at the ghost office.
Yeah, whatever they do.
Yeah.
And there's like one scene that stuck in my memory was a lone house on a tiny little hill just in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by water. Yeah. Beautiful family house. I'm not sure what the reference is to it, but it's just gorgeously animated.
But we're going to Swamp Bottom.
We are going to Swamp Bottom.
The 6th stop, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
So they get out there.
Pretty much the end of the line because it's nighttime by the time they get there.
Yeah. Back home, actually, back in the bathhouse, Haku wakes up and Yubaba finds out that the baby that's there is the Doing Heads.
Yeah, so what's happened here, though, very important, he's Haku vomited up the little piece of gold and he'd given it to Sen, so she brings it with it to go to Zeniba's house to make amends for his actions.
Yeah.
But Haku seems to have grown a pair of cojones when it comes to Yubaba at this point. And he goes up to tell her, "You're missing something, aren't you?" And she's like, No, I'm not. "No, you're missing something, aren't you?" And then she looks around and she looks at her child who's acting weird. And she does a little magic thing like she did when she took the zip off Zen's mouth. And baby turns into hoi, and hoi.
And they run out the door.
Yeah, it's a good move.
Yeah.
She's not impressed. So Yubaba's freaking out because
Where's baby?
So a deal is struck between Haku and herself. If I get your kid back, you free Zen.
Yeah.
Now she adds a rider to that.
She does, a little caveat.
If she can't identify her parents. Oh no! At this point, she's just, if I've got a test for her. If she fails it, she doesn't get away.
Yeah. So they're back in the station to get out at Swamp Bottom, and I love the way the dancing lamppost comes out. It hops it.
Randomly beautiful.
Yeah, and then when it gets to the gate, it just goes up onto the post and just stays there and swings. You can hear it squeaking as well. It's just amazing. Zeniba's there and she's quite nice.
Come on in. She's really nice. She's giving out a little bit about Haku, but apart from that,
you know why Haku has changed his course back then, because Zeniba explains it that the black stuff you squashed from Haku when he coughed it up was the bug that Yubaba controlled Haku with.
Yeah, so now he's got that out of him, and now he's got his cojones back.
Free will.
Yeah.
And we find out that little hippo mouse and blackbird can change back whenever they want. It's not a spell.
They chose not to.
Because
they were having fun.
Yeah. She gives her a magical hairband as a gift. A little sparkly hairband.
Yeah,
I know why.
Well, do you?
I'll tell you at the end.
Well, you will.
So they head back. Haku comes as the guardian again and flies in and says, "Want a lift?"
It's handy because he's got no ticket home.
Yeah. So when they're flying, when No Face stays there to be her apprentice because he was helping out with her sewing and stuff, and that was nice. And so,
quite frankly, he's too freaky to leave around kids anyway.
Yeah, no, he's happy to be there. So they land, they fly away, and the POV is them waving, and the lantern waves
He
too.
waves as well. Yeah,
It's like those little things.
it's fantastic. Those little signs are fantastic.
So when they're flying back, they start getting flashbacks of
where they met previously.
Sen was, or Chihiro was drowning in a river, and the guardian spirit saved her.
She dropped her shoe into the river and then tried to grab it and fell in, but she was whisked to shore by a dragon-style spirit.
Yeah, that was
of the river, and
that
then,
was Haku.
Very importantly, she names the river, and then he knows his full name.
The river Kohaku.
Kohaku, yes. Yeah. So he's the Kohaku river spirit. But unfortunately for him, that river does not exist anymore. But he does still have his free will at this point. So he can't go home to his river. So he's just going to hang around there.
Yeah, probably. They sort of fly away like Superman and Lois, really. Then
they do.
And then we have this big, not big showdown, but it's quite a subtle showdown when they land back on the bridge, and Yubaba is there going, "Oh, come here, over here," and the baby's going, "No, let her go.
You make her cry, I'll never love you again."
Yeah. Yubaba's going, "Go over here. Which one of these are your parents? All these pigs. Careful now.
Careful now. You don't want to get it wrong. Don't want to get it wrong. You stay with me forever."
None of them.
Ta-da!
Get out.
20 points, Gryffindor.
Yeah. Haku says, "Don't look back. Away you go."
The end.
And she doesn't look back. She kind of
thinks about it for a second.
To. Yeah. Then one of the final scenes is her, a very close-up of her looking towards the tunnel. And after she's out, she turns away to go into the car, and her hairband sparkles.
Sparkle.
So it means that it was all real. It wasn't a dream.
Well, and the fact that her dad's car is covered in crap.
It's covered in crap too. They've been there for a couple of days or whatever. Least. Yeah. But I like the way that the hairband glistens. It's just like, this is your ground. This is what you're bringing back from your adventure.
Yes. In
Magic Land.
And the fact that your dad probably got fired for not turning up to work.
Yeah. They're going back to Tokyo. Because you've just, all right. I've got a lot of high scores here for this.
Rightly so.
Plot, I'm giving 4.5.
I had written down 3, and I feel like I was on drugs. I meant to say 3.75. I forgot the 0.75. Plot's great. The plot is great. Possibly the weakest part of this, though.
Yeah.
But there are other parts of this that are exceptional. And it's not a bad plot. It's childish because it is a childish movie.
I just think that the uniqueness of it and the grounding,
very unique.
The grounding in reality, but also the grounding in spiritual Japanese folklore and things like that. Voice-wise, acting, I'm giving 4.25 because it's great.
I'm going to give a 4. No, I'm rating the English version.
Yeah, of course.
I think very well cast. I know some of the voice actors; they're fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a lady I've seen in a bunch of stuff called Tara Strong, great voice.
Oh.
But yeah, I think they were perfectly cast compared to what I'd seen in the Japanese version.
Yeah.
The perfect fit.
No, the Japanese were good. They added everything. Every actor, every character had the perfect voice, I thought.
Yeah.
Sam Brackett's track, I gave 4.25. The incidental music and everything was great.
Yeah. I give 4. Just, again, great. Fantastic. Now, production's where I think this thing shines. Like the artwork. That's what I'm calling the production.
Yeah.
It is chef's kiss. This is as good as it gets in terms of animation. Mm-hmm. I give 4.5 because I don't know why I didn't go higher.
It's hard to go higher, but I gave 4.5 as well. Animation is amazing.
There's very little to fault it on. I'm trying to think of anything I could fault it on. There's not much.
It's the magic of the movie is the animation.
It is.
The artwork and the creativity.
It's a wonderfully light, uplifting story, and the art just drags it up an extra level. Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah, and it's also just all together as one package production-wise. I think it's just slick. It's just so professionally done.
These Ghibli lads know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing, for sure. C.W. Nevius in the San Francisco Chronicle gave it 75 out of 100. They said, a lovely evocative tour de force, so why does it seem we should be enjoying it more? Question mark.
Because you're an a-hole.
Yeah. And Michael Schwago and the Baltimore Sun gave it 100. A visual masterpiece is about a scared little girl's breathtaking journey of self-discovery. All of the fun is getting there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, it's an amazing movie. One that you need to watch.
If you haven't watched it, you need to watch it. Simple
watch it. Yeah, watch it.
I have to say, it is definitely one of my top 10. Not because it's the best movie ever, not even because it's the best technically amazing movie ever. There's something about it that's special. And it's very hard to actually put your finger on it, but it leaves you feeling a little bit more of that wonder that you had when you were a child.
Right. Yeah. All right, well then let's, I don't know, stink spirit this episode out of here.
Pull the bicycle of disappointment out of this episode.
Yeah. So next week is Halloween. So we're actually going to do something we didn't do last year. We're going to do 2 episodes in 1 week for Halloween.
Jeez.
So next Tuesday, we're going to do 1 movie. And then actually on Halloween night, we'll release another episode, just in case you haven't had enough of us. So we've got a random list of horror movies here. Generic or general wide-ranging range of Hollywood or Halloween movies. So we will randomly pick one from that list to watch. Here we go. And random movie 13 from this list of Halloween movies is 2004's Shaun of the Dead.
Nice. That's from the Cornetto trilogy.
The first one, right?
Yes,
or
the best.
Hot Fuzz the first one.
Hot Fuzz the second, I think. It's by far the best. Look, Hot Fuzz is great. Fantastic. This is even better. And we're not going to talk about the other movie.
No.
Because it's crap.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's got a Metascore of 76, user score of 8.2. Directed by Edgar Wright. Written by Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright. Starring Nick Frost, of course.
Mr. Peggington himself as well. Brilliant.
Yeah. Summary is this rom-com follows the bloody funny adventures of underachiever Sean and his best mate Ed as they cope with a zombie invasion of North London and attempt to rescue Sean's girlfriend Liz and his mum. It's going to be one hell of a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't mind watching this for the Halloween week.
Not at all. It's not particularly scary, let's be honest.
No, but it's
got zombies in it, so therefore it's a horror movie.
There you go. There it is. All right, so if you haven't reviewed our podcast on any of the things, please review it, please share it if you will, and we will see you on the next episode. Bye-bye.
Ta-ra.